Kilo, November 4, Tango Oscar X-ray in Florida. Over.
Roger, Roger, Florida. What's the name down there?
Jim, the name is Russ, Romeo Uniform Sierra Sierra.
Roger, Roger, Russ. And what radio are you running today, sir?
I'm running an ICOM 7610. Over.
Roger, on the 7610. I just went to Atlanta SDR, and it was a little bit better, so I'm running right now on the Atlanta SDR. Roger.
The Atlanta SDR. Roger.
That's a Roger, Jim. Over.
Roger, Roger. Now, how long have you had your 7610?
You had your 7610.
I guess I bought it in June of. Over.
Roger that. Well, gosh, have you played with Drive at all?
Gosh, have you played with Drive at all?
I have a few settings. On my mic gain, I have 35%. How am I coming across, Jim?
Well, I could do a little fattening there. I would suggest engaging your compressor at a 3. You get that compressor online at about a 3, Roger.
Yeah, that's all right. I think I'm about a 4, so I'll change it to a 3. Over.
Yeah, 3 does just perfect. When you get beyond a 3, you start sucking up trash between words, which you don't want to do. So a 3 does that, Roger. I mean, 3 is just perfect, Roger.
How am I sounding now, Jim? Over.
Looking pretty good. Now, what I would like for you to do is bring up your ALC, and with mic gain in hand, adjust your ALC to where you're running mid-scale to 2/3. Adjust your ALC to where you're running mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
To 2/3. Roger.
That's a Roger. It looks like I'm running about somewhere within 50 to 70%. How does that sound, Jim? Over.
Roger, Roger. Well, the sweet spot we're looking for is that area between mid-scale and 2/3. That is the sweet area, right smack dab between mid-scale to 2/3. Roger.
Mid-scale to 2/3. Roger.
Yeah, that's a Roger, Jim. Also, I have my treble at 3 and my bass set at 2. How are those settings? Do you agree with those settings, Jim? Over.
Yes, sir. Your EQ is just fine. Now, what I want you to do is you have a button on your radio called Quick. It's on the left-hand side of your radio, button called Quick. Roger?
Yeah, that's a Roger, Jim.
All right, push quick, and you'll arrive at Drive. Push quick, and you'll arrive at Drive. Roger?
Yeah, I'm there, Jim. Over.
All right, what is the setting on Drive?
What is the setting on Drive?
I got drive gain at 50. Should I change that to 30? Over.
Negative, no. Increase Drive to 65. Drive to 65, Roger.
Jim, drive is now at 65. Over.
All right, now you're very loud, but I caution you that you need to stay at all times on axis to your microphone. Stay on your microphone on axis all the time, because with what Quick does, it decreases your dynamic range and fattens your signal quite a bit, and it's going to try to keep that signal fat regardless of whether you're on mic or not. And if you're not on mic, it will pull up what is there, which may be minus any sibilance or articulation, and you could become muffly. So just stay on mic, and that will really, it's just a beautiful sound, but stay on mic, Roger.
Yeah, that's a Roger. Roger, Jim. I just want to let you know that I am not using the mic that came with the 7610. I'm using a Heil ICM BG Gold Edition. I think it's like a $120 amplifier. Over. It's a $125 mic. Over.
Roger, Roger. Sounds good. Sounds good. And, when you replace that handheld mic, that is an electret handheld microphone, and it was specially designed for the 7610 and the 7300. It has just a beautiful top-end articulation to it because it is an electret condenser microphone. And usually you have to exceed the speed limit almost in top-end EQ when you replace that with a dynamic microphone, Roger.
That with a dynamic microphone, Roger.
The microphone I replaced, it's a Heil CM BG. It's a high-performance microphone for ICOM only transceivers. Over, Jim.
Roger, does that mean that it's electret?
I believe so, Jim. It's made for ICOMs, but they're transceivers. Over.
Yeah, it does sound like an electret. That's why that's why you lucked out when you swap that hand mic for that mic, because it's the same kind of mic. They're both electret mics. So just a beautiful job. Good thinking there.
Yeah, I bought it because I wanted to use the boom, and it has the hand Heil press to talk button on it, so it's a little more convenient for me. Over, Jim.
Oh, roger that, roger that. Well, I've gone around here a couple of times with the SDRs and my local antennas, and seems to be Atlanta is probably the hottest SDR at the moment, Roger.
Roger.
I think, so what am I coming in, like about 5'7", 5'8", because I'm using a dipole antenna, 20-meter dipole. It's called a collinear array. It's an MFJ.
Gosh, you just kind of quit there. I'm copying you. If I did not have side adjacent channel garbage, I would probably be copying you at about 10 over, Roger. 10 over my noise level. 10 over Atlanta's noise level, but I do have adjacent channel trash, and so with the trash in there, you're about a 5 over the noise level, Roger.
Jim. All right. Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I'd just like to thank you for picking me up, and I'll be looking forward to hearing myself on YouTube. You have a Happy New Year, Jim. Let's give someone else a chance to get into you, or get in and talk with you so you can help someone else. So I'm going to 73 you, Jim. Thank you very much. Again, Happy New Year.
Roger, Roger, Russ, 3Z way, sir, and you have a great afternoon and a beautiful weekend. Thanks for checking in. That 7610 really sounds beautiful. I'd love to accentuate the positive with drive, though. That just takes your dynamic range from a 3 to about a 2. And so it really is a fattening process. And I have a... Well, we did some extensive tests with Drive. If I find out what the number for that program is, I'll bring it up to everyone's attention so they can check it out. This is where we really work that drive all the way to 100%, and you just be amazed at what happens at 100%. It's not anything that I would want to run very long, but it's just amazing that you can actually crunch the dynamic range down to about half a dB. I'm looking at my view meter on this test when we did it, and instead of my view meter bouncing around at at maximum 100% on drive. On the 7610, my VU meter was just bouncing between half a dB and 0 level. So it just looks like a plate voltmeter. So anyway, three's that way, and have a great weekend. This is KC9VKV, and today and for the next few weeks, we'll be conducting a sidewalk survey, an AV receiver test between our normal, highly modified Yaesu FT990 and the newer digital influenced ICOM 7300. There will be a few anomalies. During the test, our 990 receiver will be running a resonant dipole with 0 reflected wave, and the 7300 will be running 2 co-phase 10-foot vertical magnetic loop antennas. All transmissions will be from our regular FT990. This is KC9VKV and the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network, and we're listening.